Of a woman found hanging at Spreckles Mansion in Coronado. This case in 2011 captivating San Diego. So jury selection will begin today in the civil trial over Rebecca Zahau's death. The family saying this is their last chance at justice. Reporter Jared Aarons live at the courthouse this morning, and after all these years, there is still controversy, Jared, over how she died.
Yes, there is, Jason. It was ruled a suicide, but Rebecca Zahau's family thinks it was murder, and they think Adam Shacknai did it. That's why they filed a civil suit against him. It begins today, and this trial could take more than a month. But the Zahau family says it'll be worth a few more weeks after waiting 6 long years for justice.
Well, you're in the war room now.
Attorney Keith Greer is getting ready for one of the biggest trials of his career.
We feel that if a jury looks at this and really scrutinizes it, they're going to determine the evidence really does support murder, not suicide.
Murder of Rebecca Zahau. Her body was found hanging at the Spreckles Mansion in 2011. It came a couple days after her boyfriend's 6-year-old son, Max, died in an accidental fall while in her care. Rebecca's death was ruled a suicide, but Rebecca's family thinks otherwise. They brought a civil case against Adam Shacknai, her boyfriend's brother.
People seeing Rebecca, naked, bound, gagged, hanging publicly, it doesn't sit right that it's determined to be a suicide.
And Greer says he has enough evidence to prove it. He showed us some of it, like a model of this knife from the scene with Rebecca's fingerprints on it.
If you put the fingers where the prints are, who holds a knife like this, right? Our point is it's not natural to do it this way. It's natural to do it this way. And that's what we feel is how Rebecca was holding that knife, probably an effort to get herself out of the ropes that were binding her.
Greer also plans to show the jury mock-ups of the rope that bound her, a letter with money addressed to her parents, painting samples, even her clothes.
This is the type of shirt that was used to gag her, where the body of the shirt was stuffed into her mouth and then the sleeves were tied around her.
Greer hopes all this and more will put pressure on the sheriff's department to reopen the investigation.
Until the sheriff does something, this won't be over. This family is not going to let their sister, daughter die in vain. Because this is a civil trial, not a criminal trial, if the jury finds that Adam Shacknai did kill Rebecca Zahau, he still won't face any prison sentence. We reached out to Shacknai's lawyers for their perspective before the trial begins. They still haven't returned our calls. Live downtown, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
Thank you, Jared.